Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Floss, back again with another video. And today we're going to take a look at the Google Pixel 9a. Now, you can pick this one up online. I'll throw the link up in the description. The price on this one, $500. Now, at $500, I'm calling this a mid-range phone. And let me say this. I promise y'all, whenever I do a phone review, whether it's a budget phone, mid-range phone, or flagship, I'm going to use that phone for at least one day as my daily driver. Now, after using this phone for a full day, I got to say this. This has been my favorite experience with a $500 and under phone. Now, keep this in mind. I'm not talking about buying last year's Galaxy S24 Ultra used for $500. I'm talking about a brand new phone for 2025 for $500 and under. This has been my favorite experience. Now, y'all seen me review Realme, Redmi, Oppo, Vivo, nothing, even the Galaxy A56. I like this Pixel 9a even better, okay? This is a great mid-range phone. And as Bob Barker would say, the price is right. All right, so let's unbox it and then we'll go through the specs. First things first, shout out to White Shoes, back in the building.
I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes. I love my white shoes.
Calm down. Okay, Google Pixel 9a. This one starts at $500. Okay, let's see the unboxing experience. Recyclable material, okay. Let's see what you get inside. Now, this is going to be your device. Shoes, calm down. This is going to be your device. SIM ejection tool. Okay. Of course, you got your usual books and shit. Plug them and file them. This is going to be USB Type-C, the USB Type-C charging cable. And this is going to be your device. Did I hit shoes in the head by accident? Casualties of war. Let's get a little wipe down. And bong. Here it is. The Google Pixel 9a. Now, let's do the smell test on this one. Smells like savings, okay? Now, if y'all watch my channel, I always call the Pixel phones, this is the iPhone of Androids, okay? This is the iPhone of Android phones. And that's one of the reasons why I like this better than the Oppo, the Vivo, the Realme, the Redmi, the Xiaomi, all of those other $500 and under phones, especially the Galaxy, okay, the A56. I like this one so much better. It's so smooth. It feels exactly like using a 9 Pro. Trust me. Now let's power this up. Check the boot up speed, and then we'll walk through the specs. Okay. Here we go. All right. Now this one comes in 4 different colors. You got obsidian, porcelain, peony, and iris. For the display, you got a 6.3-inch POLED panel with a resolution of 1080 by 2424. Now that's 422 for the PPI Patrol. You got HDR up to 2700 nits brightness and a 120 hertz refresh rate. Apple iPhone 16e, 120 hertz refresh rate. Now the phone is IP68 dust and water resistant. You got Gorilla Glass on the front for protection. You got an aluminum frame and a plastic back. Now we're going to talk about this plastic back in a minute. Now for the processor, you got the Google Tensor G4 with the Mali G715 GPU. Now, what does that mean in English? Flagship specs, bro. Flagship specs. Now, I don't want to hear no shit about the Tensor G4, okay? That's the same processor in the 9 Pro, the same processor in the Fold, the same processor in the 9, and I use all 3 of these phones. This processor is a flagship processor. Don't feed into the internet hype. Okay, a lot of people on the internet be like, oh, you know, the Tensor G4 is lags, it's slow. Nah, bro. This is a flagship processor. Trust me. Now, this one comes with 8 gigs of RAM, 128 or 256 gigs of storage, no micro SD card slot for expandable memory. Now, it's running Android 15 with Pixel UI, which is basically stock Android, and you're getting 7 years of updates. Okay? Now, this is important with Google phones because when Android 16 comes out, you're going to get it first. You're going to get it first. If you got a Galaxy A56, you're going to get it 6 to 8 months later. Okay? By the time you get it on your Galaxy, Android 17 is going to be around the corner. So 7 years of updates. Now, for the battery, you got a 5,100 milliamp battery that features 23 watt fast charge. Now, you also got 7.5 watt wireless charge. Now, this would be one of the downsides to this phone. The battery charging speed is ultra slow. Okay, ultra slow. It took me almost 2 hours to get a full charge. Okay, almost 2 hours. That's kind of slow. But the battery does last all day long. Now for the cameras, on the rear, you got a dual setup. You got a 48 megapixel wide angle, 13 megapixel ultra wide, and you can shoot 4K video at 60 frames per second. On the front, you got a 13 megapixel ultra wide angle lens, and you can shoot 4K video at 30 frames or 1080p at 60 frames. Now you got dual stereo speakers, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, NFC, always on display, face unlock. You got an on-screen fingerprint sensor. You got Google Gemini built in. You got circular search. You got Magic Eraser, which works flawlessly on this phone. And my favorite feature, speech to text. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, don't all phones have speech to text? I'm going to show you the difference with the Pixel. Okay, not to mention some of the other AI features, but speech to text. You could say the word send and send your message. That's what separates this from everything else. All right. $500 on this. So let me pause the video, delete my browsing history, and then we'll walk through the OS. Talk amongst yourselves. All right, so one quick side note. Now, I do have a few Spigen cases and accessories. We'll get to that at the end of the video. All right, y'all, so we back in. First, here's a look at the Google Pixel 9 series. So we got the 9A, the 9, the 9 Pro, and the 9 Pro Fold. Here's a quick comparison with last year's 8A versus the 9A. I gotta say, I like the 9A way better. Now, I do like the visor. They took it away, but it is what it is. I do like this flat, the flush design on the back. Real nice. Now, let me say this. Shout out to Google. They doing it right. But it was a little bit diabolical to bring this phone out, this late. Because look at it like this. If all of these phones came out on the same day, who would buy the 9? Who would buy the 9? Now, don't get me wrong. The 9 does have the glass back. You got the visor. You got a slightly better camera. You got a few more bells and whistles. But is it enough bells and whistles to charge an extra $300? I would say no. I would say no. If these all phones would have came out on the same day, and this was $500, this would have had to be $700. It would have had to be. There's nobody who's going to pick this for $800 instead of this for $500. Now, don't just take my word for it. Go to Google's website. Now, I'm not going to do it in this video. Do it yourself. Go to Google's website and do a spec comparison with these two phones, the 9A and the 9. You're going to be like, hold up. These two phones are basically identical, except for a small couple of differences. Wait till I show you how the camera test. The camera's not worth an extra $300. It's not. Okay, so I would say this phone is kind of irrelevant right now. Okay, this phone is kind of irrelevant. Then again, unless you might have wanted the Pro, just a smaller version of the Pro. But nah, bro, nah. Go big or go home. Okay, these are the phones right here. Now, these are my two favorite Pixel phones, the 9 Pro and the Fold. And like I said, don't get caught up with the hype with the Tensor G4. This processor works just fine. Just fine. Okay, first, let's take a look at the build quality. IP68, dust and water resistant, with the plastic back. Now, the plastic back, that could actually be a benefit to certain people if you got butterfingeritis, or you're buying this for your kids, or you're buying this for your parents who's always breaking phones. Plastic back is way more durable. But here's the thing, and I gotta be honest with y'all. I could bet you money right now, if you never checked out the specs on this phone, and I gave you this phone and this phone. I put both of these phones in your hand, and I said, what's the difference? Other than the shiny aluminum side, it makes it feel a little bit more premium. But if you just touch the backs, both of these backs feel the same. What a time to be alive. The plastic backs feel just as good as the glass. Y'all remember back in the days, if your phone had a plastic back, it just felt a little bit more cheesy. It felt a little bit peasantish. This phone right here, I had to take it to the specs myself. When I got this, I was like, hold up. I thought this had the plastic back. Let me just double check. I had to double check. The build quality on this device is excellent. Now, if it would have had a plastic frame, then that might have made it feel a little bit more cheesy. But with the aluminum frame, okay, plastic back, flush camera, no visor. Quick side note, I love this visor. And shout out to the Apple Mafia. I see y'all copying. They copying the Pixel visor. That's another story that we got to talk about later, though. They are really copying the Pixel. But this visor right here, this is my favorite looking phone. Okay, I love that visor, and I love the shiny aluminum sides. Y'all seen me review the new Red Magic phone that had the same kind of sides. I love that. Okay, so this one doesn't have that. I love it so much, but this one doesn't have it. This one has the matte aluminum, flush camera. There's your dual camera setup. There's your LED flash. Minimalistic branding. I love that. Minimalistic branding, just a little G. On one side now, it is what it is. You got the power button on the top, volume rocker underneath. You know, but that's classic Google. You'll get used to it, especially with the phone this small. It's not as annoying as it is on certain phones. You got the speaker grill now. They also put the speaker grill on the right instead of the left, which if you're right-handed, you might tend to cover the speaker, but it doesn't really affect too much in the performance category. Right? You got your speaker grill. USB Type-C charging slot. There's your SIM tray. This side nice and clean. Top, your little sensor. Okay? And that's pretty much it. Oh, and front-facing camera. Now, biometrics. Shout out to Google. Look, man, it seems like I'm on Google's nuts right now, but I gotta call it the way I see it. This is a great phone. The biometrics. Now, usually, I had a couple of problems with the face unlock on some of my Pixel phones. Shoe's tail just got in the way just now. But look at the face unlock. Let's do 3 in a row. 1, 2, do one more, 3. Look at that. Face unlock actually works. Swipe up, put in your pad and your pin. And next you got your on-screen fingerprint sensor. Let's do 3 in a row. Which actually works great as well. Now you don't have to turn the screen on. You can have it like this. And just put your finger and it pops up. And look at that animation. You see? And then when it goes off, you see how everything to the side like that? And when it comes on, opens up. Remember back in the days, you had to root your phone to get those kind of animations? I love that. This phone just feels so smooth and buttery. Now I got to show you another phone. You know, sometimes you got to talk about this kind of shit. This phone right here. Y'all know, I'm one of the founding fathers of the Samsung Knights. Okay? The A56. Using this phone, it feels like a mid-range phone. Even if you don't know the specs, when you start using this phone, it's going to have that mid-range phone feel to it. This phone right here feels exactly like using this phone, okay? It feels exactly the same in terms of the performance. That's why it was so easy for me to use this as my daily driver. Look how smooth this is. Okay, 120 Hz refresh rate, Apple. Okay, Apple. This is what the iPhone 16e should have been, okay? The iPhone 16e should have been $500 or $400, and it should have been like this, 120 Hz refresh rate, same processor as the flagship. I mean, Google is doing it right. Okay, that's my little Google soliloquy to get me unshadow banned. I gotta caress Google for a minute to get unshadow banned, but it is what it is. All right. Now, with that being said, I'm not really going to go through all of the specs I go through all of the settings because they ain't too much. And that's one of my downsides to these phones with the Pixels. You know, they lack customization. Like, they're always on displays. They all going to look the same. You know, you don't have the big customizable always on displays that you can put your pictures and all of that. Now, don't get me wrong. You can download. Let me show you something. If you don't like having the Google bar at the bottom, you don't like having the weather right here always at the top, you could download Net Launcher or Nova Launcher or whatever kind of third-party launcher you use and solve that problem. But just fresh out of the box, minimum customization on this. But that's why I call it the iPhone of Androids, because we all know iPhones don't have the most customization, even though I got to keep it a buck with iOS 18, the latest versions. It does have a little bit more customizations. Okay, let me not cook Apple too much because we got to keep it a buck. They do have widgets now. You can't resize. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Sometimes you got to check yourself. Let me check myself. Okay, I retract that statement. But in terms of the smoothness and the way this phone feels, it feels just like using an iPhone. Trust me. Okay, now let's just go through some of the basics. There's all your quick toggles. Okay, if you hold the button, you got Google Gemini. What's the weather for tomorrow? Gemini is the absolute best assistant.
With a high of 63 and a low of 52.
You can actually use Gemini in so many different ways. Now, this is not going to be a Gemini review, but you could talk to Gemini, have regular conversations. You can use the photo search. You can do stuff like this. Let's go to Instagram. Okay, let's see if it was popping. Okay, let's go to my page. Okay, now say I want to see what phone is this. You got the circle of search. Okay, now of course, there it is, Oppo Find N5. Oh, look, and there's the actual picture. And we can go to the actual video.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Floss.
Okay.
Back
So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. Now, let's see. Any settings that we need to see? Let's go through. Now, let's see. Connected devices. Okay, you got. Okay, nothing. No, that was the wrong one. Okay, there it is. VPNs, private DNS. Okay, of course you got MC. Let's see. Sound and vibrations. Excellent speakers on this. Okay, let's go to display and touch. Okay, now 2700 nits brightness. Now, one thing about Pixel phones, the brightness, I'll never forget, man, when I was on vacation and I opened up this Pixel Fold. Okay, I opened up this Pixel Fold. I was a little bit tipsy. It was mad dark. We was, having a little party. Yo, I opened up this Pixel Fold. My girl was like, bro, yo, was you the feds, yo? Like, God, yo, they thought I had a spotlight on up in that piece. The display brightness on these Pixel phones are phenomenal. I love it. Okay, let's see anything we need to see here. You could change your color contrast. Okay, I like to leave mine on adaptive. Basic stuff here. Nothing to really see. Not, like I said, not too much customization. Battery, again, 5,100 milliamps. This is going to last you all day long. And not having a Quad HD display actually helps because the Quad HD display would eat into your battery speeds. Would eat into your battery drain. No Quad HD display. Of course, got face unlock, fingerprint sensor. You got smart lock. You can use your Pixel Watch to unlock as well. Okay, safety and emergency accessibility. Yeah, basic stuff here. Not too much to see when you go to your customization for wallpapers and styles. I'm using transparent weather. Okay, and for anybody who wants this design like this. Now, I trolled somebody so hard. Let's see if it happens again. All right, but when you're watching the screen, you might see some little birds fly by. Somebody thought that there was gnats in their house watching it on the big screen, but you see the clouds moving? This is an actual live wallpaper. Okay, this is transparent weather. This is the paid version. Okay, so for wallpapers and style, you do have some classic Google ones, not too fancy. You got a few live ones, like I said, transparent clock, that's the one I use. But you got a few. You can make some AI wallpapers. The AI wallpapers actually do work, and you got your emoji workshop. Okay. Now, also, you can, for your widgets, a bunch of cool Android widgets. And my favorite, for those who want to know, this is the YouTube music turntable. That's going to be this one right here. So you press the button, you get your music going. Okay. Then if I switch songs, it'll come up right there for my recently played songs. All of the Android 15 widgets. Nice and smooth. Let's check the web browsing speeds. Go to apple.com. Let's see one of these garbage-ass iPhones real quick. Okay. All right. 16 Pro. Yeah, okay. A few phones right here. Look at the scrolling speeds. 120 Hz refresh rate. Apple. Still scrolling when I move up. We could do split screen. So let's do Instagram. Okay, so I can be an Apple and Instagram at the same time. Okay, there's Instagram. There's Apple. All right, so now let's try out the dual stereo speakers. Of course, I got the official Flossy Carter sound test by my homeboy Mark Rebier. Here we go.
Yo, sound test. Time for sound test. Everybody shut your mouth. Time for sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud? How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, holla.
Nice and loud. Let's cover the bottom. This is just the top. You can hear that bass.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. Excellent sounding speakers on your 9A. All right, so now let's take a look at this beautiful 6.3-inch POLED display. Now, you do have some nice sized bezels on this device. Here's your cutout for your front-facing camera. The viewing angles are excellent. No reflections. And up to 2700 nits brightness. $500. Let's keep it moving. All right, so now let's try a little gaming. We got Asphalt Unite. And on the side note, somebody cooked me in the comments yesterday and said I always play the first level. Now we got the next level. Got a new car. Here we go. Y'all hear those speakers? Okay, now y'all see I'm up in the new whip now, right? Okay, hold the drip. Okay. Look at that. Look out. Woo, hold that. Oh, I'm in the beam. I'm in the red beam. Hold up. I didn't even notice. Oh, now I got to get busy. I got to get busy. Woo. Nah, bro. Oh, look at. Oh, bro, the Camaro ain't playing, though. All right, let's get it. Oh, nah, they really out here racing. Let me find out I might lose this. Hold up. Oh, back up. Can I come at the end? And I'm a drifting style. Oh, let's go. Okay, maybe that was the first level. I don't know, but let me turn this down. It seemed that level seemed very familiar, but if you notice, I got a new whip. Okay, I'm in the Z4. Okay, anyway, back to the review. Okay, Tensor G4. Now, I said this before. I'm going to say it again. Don't go on Reddit and read all of these fucking posts about how bad the Tensor G4 is. Bro, this is my work phone. This is my work phone, and it's been my work phone for day one. It runs perfectly fine. Oh, let me show you something real quick. Let's exit out of this. Look at this. Now, all of my apps are still open. I haven't closed anything yet. And it's still running nice and smooth. Okay, so you're not going to have any issues gaming with your Google Pixel 9a. All right, so now let's talk about the camera. And this is one of the things that I love about Pixel phones. The camera, the processing software is amazing, okay? Don't go by the 48 megapixels and 13 megapixels. Oh, what about Vivo has 200 megapixels? Don't get too concerned with all of that stuff, okay? The processing on this camera. Let's go to the camera real quick. Now, you got a bunch of different shooting modes. You got long exposure. You got Add Me. Now, Add Me is cool. You know, you can see there's a little demo. You can add yourself to a photo. So if it's only one person taking a photo, both of y'all can be in the same photo. Okay. You got portrait mode, 2 different focal lengths. Somebody asked me to mention that. 2 different focal lengths in your portrait mode. For photos, you got wide angle, which gets nice and wide, giggity, and you got up to 8 times zoom. Now you got night sight, which has wide angle all the way up to 8 times zoom, and you got panorama. Now if you switch to video, you got pan video, regular video, slow motion, and time lapse. Now keep in mind, from your regular video, you can do 4K 60 frames per second, and in the front, 4K 30 frames per second. Now I know what you're saying. Did this phone pass my zoom test? Let's find out. All right, so let me show you how my zoom test works. Now I like to stand all the way down the block from this school. This is wide angle. Then I zoom in a little bit more. And then I zoom into this sign. Now, in order to pass this test, I have to be able to read this sign. If I've never seen this sign before, can I read it? And the answer is no. Okay, no, I can't read this sign. Now, just for comparison, here's the Pixel 9. You can actually read the sign. So it's slightly better camera. Okay, slightly better camera. Here's the fold. Now look at the fold. Look at the fold. Let's go ahead and unfold this. Look at the fold. You could clearly read this sign. Okay, shoes back up a little bit. That's the fold. And let me show you the best one, the 9, okay, the 9 Pro XL. Look at that sign. Now, this is what I mean by don't buy into the hype. You see Vivo, Oppo, 200 megapixels, Samsung, 200 megapixels. Look at the zoom test, okay? Look for yourself. Zoom in. Clearly read that sign. You can almost read the sign on the bottom. This is passing the zoom test with flying colors, okay? That's what flying colors means. But just for comparison, this is the 9A and the 9. So like I said, slightly better cameras, okay? Glass on the back. You know, it is worth extra money, but I don't think it's worth an extra $300. If this is $500, this should be $700. But again, I want y'all to take a look at these test pictures and videos for yourself. All right, so now let's do the magic eraser test. Now, y'all see me do this test with other phones with mixed results. Let's see the Pixels results. Now, I already know this is going to be great, but let's go ahead and just brush that out. Okay, hit erase. Okay, it's generating. And look at that. Look at that. Let's see the other choices. Look at that. That is perfect. That is perfect. Now let's try the same thing with the Galaxy A56. Okay, we'll do object eraser. Okay, we're going to do the magnetic lasso. Okay, so let's get rid of this car right here. Okay, you see? Got the whole car. Okay, I'm getting a little notification right there. Hold it. All right, calm down, calm down. You know, if you like these notifications, let me know. Bro, come on, man. Damn, man. All right, the only thing about this notification, it is a little bit annoying if you get a lot of notifications. What the F is going on, bro? You know, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, let's hit erase. And look at that. Look at that. You see? Look at that. Compared to this. This is why I say the Google Magic Eraser is crazy. Now, we don't wanna just do one. So let's try it twice. Okay, we'll do object eraser. Now this time I'm gonna try to get more toward the front because that's where it looked like the discolorization was at. So more toward the front. There it is, okay? Hit erase. Same results. Okay, so again, look, I know I'm a Samsung Knight, but I gotta call it the way I see it. The Google Magic Eraser. Now don't get me wrong, you could use Google Magic Eraser on your Galaxy phone, but the Galaxy AI compared to the Google AI, bro, come on. Look at that. You would not know there was another car right there. Now let me show you my absolute favorite feature, okay? This is speech to text. And again, I know everybody's phone has that, but watch this. Let me find a little text. I'll do one of mine. Okay, watch this. Now, this is what separates the Pixel phones. Watch this. I could say the word send. Watch. Shoes, come on, bro. I need white shoes to calm down. Send. You see, I can say the word send. So if I'm doing some stuff, you know, I got my hands free. Okay, I got my hands free. All I got to do is press one button. Like, say I'm doing something. Maybe I'm drinking, eating, whatever. I'm going to call you back in a minute. Send. Send. Okay, now, I should have waited a little bit, pause. Watch this. I'm going to call you back in a minute. Send. Okay, now I said send too fast on the last one, but look how that works. So this is perfect when you got your phone on a little desktop charger. Let me see if I got one like this. If you got your phone on a little desktop charger like this, okay, and you typing on your computer, you're doing stuff, you eating, you got chicken grease all over your fingers. Now, this is when I really use this. If I'm busting down some fried chicken, I'm drinking some grape Kool-Aid with a side of watermelon on the side, and my hands is all sticky, all I got to do is somebody takes my, hold on a second. Bro, let me call you back. I'm busting down some fried chicken, watermelon, grape Kool-Aid, and Skittles. Send. Look at that. Look at that. How dope is that? How dope is that? And it doesn't only work with text messages. I use this when I'm replying to my YouTube comments. So a lot of times when I reply to your comment on YouTube, it might look like I'm just typing, oh, LOL. But a lot of times it's actually my voice. So a lot of times you're getting an actual reply. Okay? I love that feature. All right, so now let's do the RDA test. Regular daily activities. Now you just dropped $500 on a brand new phone. Let's see how it works in the real world. Now keep in mind, this phone has slow charging, okay? 23 watts, not the fastest in the world. And like I said, it takes almost 2 hours to fully charge up. So this ain't the kind of phone that you're gonna use for the shit shower and shave tactics. You might wanna actually put this on a wireless charger overnight. Okay, now you're gonna get your little wireless charge animation. You see it says charging, fully charged by 9:30 p.m. What time is it now? 8:05. So fully charged with an hour and 30 minutes wireless charge. And if you look closely, there's your always on display. So you got the time, date, battery percentage, and your notifications. Now, I would like to see the colorful notification icons, but hey, it is what it is. Okay, so what I like to do, leave my phone on the charger, just like that. You see that cool animation? When I get up, all I gotta do is pick up my phone, look at it. The biometrics actually work. Okay, the biometrics actually work on the Pixel 9. 9A, that is. Okay, so let's try that again. Now, instead of using my face unlock, I can just do fingerprint sensor. But let's see if we get another face unlock. Bang! And I love that subtle animation. Now, you see how my wallpaper changed? Now that it's getting dark outside. I love this animated wallpaper. Okay, swipe over once. Google homepage. Let's check the weather and the calendar. Okay, hold up. Let me do the weather. Okay, let's check the weather for today. Okay, 61 degrees. Okay, that's not bad. Looks like it's going to be cloudy. Okay. Next, take it over to the Google homepage. Let's get a fresh refresh. Now, this is where I get all my news from. And just so you see, all of these apps still running in the background. Now, we're going to let them run all the way to the end. Okay, so let's see. Your central space, your second memory. Okay. Oh, that's for the nothing phone. Okay, Essential Space. I thought that was a new product coming out. Okay, $800 off a Pixel 9 Pro. Now, this phone right here, I actually basically got it for free because I'm trading in a Pixel 8 Pro, and they gave me $400. So this phone is basically free. Matter of fact, I think they gave me $500 for my Pixel 8 Pro. So I think this phone is basically free. All right, so we got the Beat Studio Buds. Okay, I love those too. Those is cute. Now, I actually got these in the mail, the Huawei FreeBuds Pro. Do y'all want to see a video on these? I mean, I already sold my Huawei phone, so I'm not going to be able to fully test out the 24-bit audio. But let me know if maybe when I do my next update video, I'll do a quick review on the FreeBuds Pro 4. Well, it is what it is. Okay, new PlayStation Portal stuff. We got the Qi 2 activities. Banana Head Yellow Galaxy S24 Ultra, probably still my favorite phone. Okay, I like the Banana Head Yellow S24 Ultra slightly better than my S25, especially now that you got One UI 7 with the Bluetooth S Pen back in effect, anti-reflective display. It is what it is, bro. All right, let's see. OnePlus 13T. Now, we're talking about $500 phones and under. OnePlus said, hold my beer. Okay, OnePlus said, hold my beer. All right, calm down, bro. Calm down. All right, let's see. Matrix trailer concept. Okay, now you got to watch out. You know, these concept trailers, you be getting all hype for nothing. Okay, AirPod Pro or Beats 2. Okay, CNN. Look at CNN. Look at CNN jacking my table. Look at this shit. Look at CNN copying my table. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. You know, it is what it is, man. All right. JBL speakers. Okay, DEA gives cannabis rescheduling update. Okay. For my glaucoma. Let's see, I agree with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy that the Star Trek original series episode. And this is the kind of stuff I'm into. All right, that's the kind of stuff I'm into. Shout out to my man Captain Kirk. You know what I'm talking about? All right, let's keep it moving. All right, so that's the Google homepage. Next, I got to do a little bit of work. So we'll take it over to, I can check my calendar. Ooh, it's happening on Tuesday, y'all. The Skull Candy event. I'm too hyped. Okay. Oh, okay, let's see. Speaking of Skull Candy. Okay, look, 46 hours. All right, now I already know what the product is. Y'all gonna like this shit, man. I'm telling you, this product right here. Shout out to Skull Candy. Let's get it. Oh, matter of fact, I could be like, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I could just say send. You know, that's so dope. That is so dope. All right. So that's my work segment of the day. Next, let's take it over to Facebook. Okay, let's see what's going down on Facebook. Ooh, nice Audi S8. That color is fire. I like that. Who that, Mike? Look at Mike Tyson. Look at Mike Tyson. Tight ass pants. All right, let's see what this is. Creamy Parmesan shells with garlic butter steak bites. Sorry, Shoes. Sorry. She was like, bro, what are you doing? All right, let's see. Okay, we got some. Now, I did get the luggage in the mail. Let me know if y'all want to see that video. Okay, everybody got the action figures. Hold up. My action figure. Now, just in case y'all want to see something real quick, let me show you. Yo, the AI did me greasy, yo. Yo, check out. They made the Flossy Carter starter kit, yo. Yo, but check out. This is the photo right here, right? Yo, look at the starter kit. They kind of nailed it, even though they got me looking like Ving Rhames up in this motherfucker. But I should have told them to do white shoes a different color. This kind of looks like my old cat. Well, I got a little ice right there, a little phone. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they call me head and shoulders. Yo, where's the neck? They took away my neck, no knees. Somebody said I went straight from head to feet, yo. No knees, yo. Like you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, yo. But anyway, let's go back to Facebook. All right, so this is a nice action figure right there. You know what I'm talking about? All right, let's turn this down a little bit. You seen the Skull Candy Candelo headphones? They come in gold. Got the crushers in gold. They're a little bit too overpriced for those. I wouldn't buy no crushers for $300 almost. Nah. Especially when it's just a new color. Look at Method Man. You see shit like this be motivating me, man. Method Man way older than me, and he up in the gym doing it big. All right, this is motivation right there. Tight Shirt Terry got a new camera. Okay, shout out to Tight Shirt Terry. I gotta hit him up because I'm getting ready to upgrade my camera situation because it's come to my attention. Some of y'all think my videos is low budget. I like the low budget look, man. I don't know, man. I'm just not. I don't like jumping on waves. I like low budget shit. Okay, anyway, let's keep it moving. All right, so here's how your Facebook's going to look. Look, get a job. Okay. All right, so let's keep it moving. Next, let's take it over to X. Okay, let's go to the mentions. Okay, look, now shout out, I told y'all, and remember Android Digest? I told him I was making that video for him yesterday, and I did it. Okay, I kept my review under an hour just for you, just for Android Digest. I made sure that my Galaxy Tab S10 FE Plus video was under an hour. I had a little clock on the side, made sure it was under an hour. All right. Somebody said Flossy, man of the people. That's how I am. Let's see. Best budget phone. LOL. Okay. Let's see. Samsung A60. Best budget phone. LOL. Okay. Bro, this phone is under $200, yo. The fuck is so funny? It's under $200, yo. Sorry, yep. All right, let's see. Hold up. From Bangladesh, we got the Bangladesh squad up in the building. Okay. Yeah, somebody asked me, when am I doing the Oppo Find X8? Next week, bro. Next week. All right. All right, so this is how your X is going to look. Let's see. Somebody said, okay, I heard that. Let's see. What is this? The Samsung ecosystem is unmatched. Bro. It is. Somebody said, yes, I agree. It's fantastic. I heard that from Flossy Carter as well. Just look at any one of my Galaxy Book videos. It is. The ecosystem is unmatched. It really is, yeah. All right, so this is how your X is going to look. Okay, look. Now, look at iPhone 16e from the back and look at this from the back. They kind of look similar. I will say the iPhone does have the glass back, but no MagSafe. All right, no MagSafe for $650, nah. And I think y'all will be happy to know I sold my iPhone 16e for $500 with all of the cases and accessories and the screen protectors and all that. So whoever bought that from me got a deal, and I got a deal because I didn't have to eat that phone. All right, so that's that. Okay, now, of course, we already seen split screen multitasking. Let's take it over to TikTok. Okay, who's seen the Aiden Ross and Shaq? Now, look, they were trying to make it like this is some drama. Y'all know Shaq is an actor right here. This is some WWF stuff. Okay, Shaq is not really mad, bro. You come on, bro. Nah, that's all acting. Oh, look at what is this, yo? Is that cleaning fluids out of the ears? Ooh. I did not need to see. Yo, AI, man. AI is brutal, yo. Why they did Donnie like that, yo? Why you got on a Nike shirt, yo? Yo, imagine if somebody doesn't like you, the kind of stuff that they can make with AI, man. It ain't like back in the days where people just photoshopping a glizzy in your mouth. Now they can have the actual glizzy in your mouth, yo. It's crazy, yo. All right, it's crazy. All right, so just in case y'all want to know how to do that, it's real simple. Okay, it's just a prompt. Shoes be putting up butt cheeks right in my face here. Oh, who seen that new bridge that's getting ready to open? They say it's 2 times taller than the Empire State Building. 2 times higher up above the land than the Empire State Building. That's crazy. Look at that. That is crazy. Okay. Anyway, this is how the TikTok is. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, you seen what's up with all these plane crashes? Whenever I'm getting ready to take a flight somewhere, I always got to start seeing a bunch of plane crashes. All right, so this is how your TikTok is going to look. All right, so let's exit out of that. We'll do one more. Let's take it over to Instagram. Okay, let's see what's going down. My man Bernie Sanders is live, yo. Why do I need to see that? Let's see. Okay, what is this? All right, let's see. Look at my man Mano. All right, my man Mano hustle hard. You know what I mean? All right, let's see the new movie. Is this the Rock joint? Mafia, the Old Country? I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a PC game. I heard the Rock is going to be in a new Mafia movie about them Hawaiian gangsters. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule delivered some words to 50 Cent. Come on, man. I have to come back and read this later. Let me save that. I don't want to come back and read that later, but come on, man. Trump declared excellent health. Okay. Why are you doing the dance, yeah? The Trump dance, yeah? All right, we got Amazon. Let's see. Okay, quad block. Okay. Okay. All right, Calvin. The pinch to zoom does work. All right, so just in case you need to get a closer look. All right, the pinch to zoom does work. All right, this is a family show, y'all. This is a family show. This is a family show. All right, look at my man Brandon. All right, this is my man Brandon Carter right here, King Keto. I giving y'all some free gems, yo. You know, he be dropping a lot of gems, yo. I ain't gonna front. Look at this now. I don't know what this is, but some smoke. Yeah, they be putting the smoke in the whiskey, yeah, wood chips and all that. I don't know what this is. I never tasted it, but I would try it. I ain't gonna lie, I would try it. Okay. JBL. Oh, look, the JBL, plug it in. Y'all seen this already. I already reviewed that. He got too much money. Yo, they be roasting each other on that show, yo. Okay, Carl Jackson man turned himself blue by drinking what? Turned himself blue? Is this a real thing? Okay, he trying to be beast in real life. Okay. Yo, Xi Jinping out here talking extra spicy. Yo, Xi Jinping is talking extra spicy right now. Okay, furniture. Look at cats, man. This is what I love about cats. Look how cats are so majestic. Look at that. I can just watch cats all day long. You know, the way they, big cats, small cats, look at the way they be moving. This is just very majestic creatures. Yeah. All right, anyway, so this is how your Instagram is going to look. Oh, look at Simply Pops. Listen. Yo, why you got the YouTube plaque in the background? The weights. Yo, shout out to Simply Pops. Yo, I like that one. I got a comment on this one. I got a comment on this one. Now, certain comments is better to, I can't say fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, send. No, certain comments is better to just type out by hand. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'll be like, LOL, send. Yeah, lol. All right, anyway. Okay, all right. Now, just we'll go to Instagram. I actually go to Facebook, YouTube real quick. Get some volume. You do have picture-in-picture. Exit out of that. Now, of course, let's swipe over. Look at this. All of these apps open. Didn't close nothing today. But unlike iPhones, I can just press one button, and there it is. Now the phone is going to be running in its optimal performance state. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am giving the Google Pixel 9a a major go. And at $500, as Bob Barker would say, the price is right. Now, before we wrap this up, let me show y'all a few cases and accessories from Spigen. All right, so first up, we got the Glass TR Easy Fit Tempered Glass Screen Protector. Now, when you buy your phone, the first thing you want to do is protect your investment. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out. This comes with a pack of 2 and the easy installation kit. And shout out to Spigen. This is the best right here, the best squeegee. Now, if you look closely, I think I got some on the side. Save these, all right? No matter what, do not throw this away. This is the best squeegee that you could get. And it's going to work with all the different products. Okay, now it does come with your installation kit, wet wipes, microfiber cleaning cloth, dust removal tape. Okay, and this is real simple. Now let's do this in real time. I shoes back up. Here's what we're gonna do. Take the wet wipe and just wipe this down. Let me turn the display off. Just wipe this down. I seen the Simply Pops action figure again. I don't know why it should make me laugh. You put the YouTube plaque on it. That was cute. I like that. All right, let's see. This is the top. Okay, so we find top. You go just like this. Just wipe this off. Then you're gonna dry it. And you're going to take this dust removal tape and get it ready. Okay, peel the back of this off. Slap this on just like that. Rah. And make sure you make that sound. When you put it on, make sure you say rah. All right, rah. Let it wait a few seconds. All right, this is about 30 seconds. So we give it 30 seconds. And like I said, I got a bunch of these all over the place. Oh, look, here goes some more on the sides. I got these laying around all over the place. Keep these, all right? Keep these. These come in so handy, all right? These come in handy when you need them. Next, now you want to peel from here. Okay, just like that. Peel that off. Lift this up. And then peel this off. Now you're going to see a few bubbles. All you do is take the squeegee and squeegee the bubbles out. Okay, now as you can see, even without really trying, I almost got bubble free, but all I got to do now is, squeegee those out. Now I'm not going to waste time doing that, doing it so hard, but you get the idea. Squeegee the bubbles, sorry, shoes. Squeegee the bubbles out. Let me turn this off. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get a better installation. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, if this was going to be my personal daily driver, I would sit here for about 15 minutes and make sure there's not one, how they say it, not near. Make sure there's not near bubble in here. Let's get a little wipe down on this and see what it looks like. Okay. So basically bubble-free installation. Again, I would have took my time and make sure there's no cat hairs and all of that. But when you want to take this off, peel off just like that. Comes with a pack of 2. All right, so let's file this stuff out the way now. Anybody want to buy this phone from me? You can have the extra one. I'll save it on the side. All right, so next up, we got a few cases. Let's see. We got the thin fit. This is going to be the thin fit right here. Let's check this one out. Okay. Thin fit. Okay, look at this. Now, this is just a nice matte style case. Okay, a little Spigen logo. This one does have MagSafe compatibility. Let's get to slap this one on. Okay, look at that. You do have, hold up, let me see something. Let me grab a MagSafe wallet or charger. Okay, I got a MagSafe charger right here. Hold up. Okay, let's check this. Okay, on the back, let's make sure the MagSafe works. Look at that. Okay, so we're getting MagSafe. I like that. Extra strong magnets. Let's check the wireless charge. Okay. There's your wireless charge. Oh, hold up. When it flashes red, that means no wireless charge. Let's try that again. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Let's try this one more time. Okay, there it is. All right, so a little finicky, but it's actually working. There's your wireless charge. You've got to check all this stuff. And, of course, it is Slamboy certified. Buttons, cutouts. Okay, so this is the thin fit. Next up, we got the rugged armor. Okay, let's check this one out. Now, this is one of my favorite cases because of the carbon fiber. Look at that. Oh, they made this one look nice. Carbon fiber on the top, carbon fiber on the bottom, little Spigen logo, MagSafe compatible. Let's see how hard it is to take these cases off. Not hard at all. Giggity. Slaps on just like that. Look at that. Ooh, nice feeling on this one. Look at the grip on the sides. Okay, textured power buttons and volume buttons. Ooh, this one is nice. This one is nice. And look at the Pixel face unlock, bro. I mean, this is crazy. Because I remember I had a real gripe with the Pixel Biometrics, but they actually fixed that. This is how face unlock is supposed to work. Okay? Anyway, Slamboy certified. Let's check the MagSafe. Okay. A little drop test. There's your MagSafe wallet. Let's, there's your wireless charge. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. What's in your wallet? Okay, I said it once. That's it. Now I'm not saying it again. All right, I can't help it. We got one more. Let's take a look at the Nano Pop. Oh, now matter of fact, I want to show y'all something real quick because speaking of Nano Pop, this is gonna be fire right here. We got the Nano Pop. I love this color right here. Okay, let's check this one out. Look at this. Now this is gonna be my daily case right here. Look, the blue joint. This one actually has. Y'all can hear that? Little textured feel on the side. Okay, MagSafe compatible. Let's kind of slap this one on. Look at the razivity. So it is Slamboy certified. And look at this. We got the matching wallet. MagSafe on the. Oh, this is fire. This is kind of fire right here. Look at that. Super strong magnets. Yeah, this is one of the magnets. Okay, like, look at this. This is not coming off. Let's check the wireless charge. There it is. Hold up. Now, why are we getting red light? Are we getting? It could be the actual charger. All right, there it is. Hold up. Nope. Let it reset. Okay, hold up. Now, so these are the things we gotta check, bro. We gotta check. Okay, now, when this happens, we go to plan B. Always try another charger, all right? Don't just give up first and be like, oh, wireless charge doesn't work. Okay, now it's charging, you see? Let's do that again. Yeah, it could be just a charger, the flat one. All right, there it is. You see, charging up. Let's see how long. Let's see how long it takes. Now, this is actually a faster charger. Let's see, 10:15. What time is it now? It's 8:30. So it's 8:30 now. This will be fully charged by 10:15. That's crazy. Slow charging ass phone. But it is what it is. But the Nano Pop case is fire. All right, so now we can wrap up the video. Overall, on a scale of 1 to 10, I am giving the Pixel 9a, I already said this, a major go. $500. This is a great mid-range phone. Anyway, hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this one. Shout out to everybody rocking with me on Facebook, Foursquare, Twitter, Google+. Shout out to all the Google gangsters. I see y'all holding down that Facebook page. Shout out to everybody hitting me up on Boxer. And a special shout out to everybody rocking with me on Instagram. Y'all know that's where I'm at full time, 100% full throttle. And special shout out to everybody rocking with the new stream on Sundays. Y'all already know. Stream gangsters on deck. Get your drinks ready. No meat boys allowed. Oh yeah, special shout out to everybody following me on Snapchat, Flossy_Carter. That's where I'm at. And a special shout out to the notification squad. I see y'all in the comment section early. Hashtag salute. Oh yeah, one more thing. I almost forgot. Fellas, ladies, say it with me. All y'all haters, all y'all trolls, close your eyes and picture me rolling. It's your boy Floss, I'm out. Deuces.
Enterprise, Spock here.
Spock won the beam up.
Affirmative, Captain. Enterprise out.
Energize.
Hey guys, Jerry Springer here. Subscribe to Flossy Carter for the real reviews. He has a tech channel on YouTube, and he already has over 2 million subscribers, so give him a look. You may like it, and it could be very useful. Take care of yourself and each other.